Spencer Pratt has addressed being called a douche canoe by Gayle King during a recent television appearance. The 42-year-old former reality TV star, known for his controversial role on The Hills, is currently promoting his new memoir, The Guy You Love to Hate: Confessions from a Reality TV Villain. The book details his rise and fall as one of America's most notorious reality villains and explores his path toward redemption, especially after losing his Pacific Palisades home in last year's devastating wildfires. During his segment on CBS Mornings, host Gayle King did not shy away from Pratt's past reputation. She referenced his time on The Hills, describing him as someone who frequently amped up drama and pushed boundaries, bluntly asking if he ever reflected on his actions or regretted coming across in such a polarizing way. Pratt, now reflecting on the exchange, admitted he was caught off guard by the blunt remark. In a follow-up discussion on Page 6 Radio, he explained that he had been impressed initially when King arrived for their pre-interview prepared with notes, his book, and specific quotes. The 30-minute preparation session made him feel she was genuinely engaged with his story. However, once the cameras rolled, King's tone shifted dramatically. Pratt said he had anticipated a more complimentary comparison, perhaps likening his writing to the poetic style of Robert Frost, but instead received the sharp douche canoe label. He speculated whether this was a deliberate tactic to throw him off balance, a bait and switch from a seasoned interviewer, or simply her straightforward style in the moment. Despite the surprise, Pratt took it in stride, noting that at this point in his life and career, he has been called far worse. He emphasized his current humility, expressing gratitude simply for the opportunity to appear in a professional studio setting with proper lighting, rather than filming himself alone as he has done in recent years. Pratt doubled down on his on-screen persona from The Hills, insisting he was fully aware of how he came across and even suggesting he could have leaned into it more aggressively. He pointed out that while The Hills eventually concluded, shows like Jersey Shore continued for years as successful franchises because the cast embraced their outrageous roles. In his view, the rest of his castmates might have achieved greater longevity had they followed a similar approach of amplifying drama without apology. Pratt dated and later married Heidi Montag on the show, and the couple tied the knot in 2008. They now have 2 sons together, and their relationship has endured long after the cameras stopped rolling. The memoir offers candid insights into Pratt's early days in the spotlight, including one particularly notorious incident involving Mary-Kate Olsen. In an excerpt, Pratt recounts how, as a 20-year-old attending Crossroads School in Santa Monica in 2002, he befriended Max Winkler, son of actor Henry Winkler, who was dating Olsen at the time. Winkler had assembled a photo shrine of his relationship with the then-teen actress, capturing moments from European hotels, Hollywood parties, and intimate stolen scenes. When the relationship ended, Pratt saw an opportunity. He asked Winkler if he could remove the photos for his healing process, interpreting the lack of objection as permission. He then sold the images to a tabloid magazine for $50,000. Within days, the photos appeared on the cover of In Touch under the headline, "Teens Gone Wild." Pratt described the moment as validating his entrepreneurial instincts, turning his friend's romantic pain into quick capital. One image even included Pratt himself in the background, mid-shock a gesture, among empty bottles, though he hadn't sold that particular frame. Another seller had shopped it around, resulting in Pratt's face becoming linked forever to Olsen's supposed wild phase in checkout lines across the country. He reflected on this as part of his villainous arc, embracing the notoriety that defined his early career. Today, Pratt is channeling his experiences into new ambitions. He is actively running for mayor of Los Angeles, motivated in part by the wildfires that upended his life and community. The memoir serves as both a confessional and a redemption narrative, tracing his journey from hated reality figure to someone seeking to contribute positively. Despite the lingering labels from his past, Pratt appears at peace with his choices, viewing them as essential to the path he has walked. His willingness to own the douche canoe comment with humor and perspective highlights how far he has come while staying true to the bold personality that made him famous in the first place.